is Lisa from Life in Layouts, and today I have another edition of Slaying Snow and Cocoa. I am going to be scrapbooking some photos of the outside area of the cabin that we stayed in when we went to Wisconsin. I really wanted to showcase this green snow paper because of the temperatures that we had down in or up in Wisconsin. So I am going to use a full sheet of this snow paper. I am following a sketch by Scrapbook Generations. It is a paid sketch, so I cannot show you that content. But basically what it is a 12 by 12 piece of paper there, and then I used another piece of 12 by 12. I think I cut it down, let's see, to 9 inches and then spanded that across the layout. So I'm really just using these two pieces of paper, that teal snowflake one and then this pink kind of diamond-y tone-on-tone diamond paper. And then I'm just adding a few other scraps that I've had accumulated along the way by using this paper pad. I'm really trying to get my scraps used up so I don't have a bunch left over at the end. I really like how this black and white paper offsets all of those light colors. And then I decided that I really wanted that paper to be switched around so that the snowflake paper was on the right hand side. So I just moved everything around and made it work that way. I did pull out my corner rounder and go ahead and round the corners of the pink paper. And then I'm going to adhere everything down. I do pull out a piece of washi tape that is from the collection. Actually, no, I'm sorry. That pink washi tape is not from the Snow and Cocoa collection. It's from my personal stash, as well as this black and white polka dot, and then the black and white striped that is from the collection, 2 pieces of washi tape up there at the top. So as you can see in these photos, there is lots and lots and lots of snow. When we went to Wisconsin, the entire point of going was to see snow. I am in my 30s. I've never seen snow before this trip, and that was a goal of mine, to see snow. We had tried a couple other places. We went to Virginia, and of course it was the warmest time. We went in November. It's the warmest November. So we're like, we're going to do it. We're going to do it all the way. We're going to go north, as far north as we can. So when we went up to Wisconsin, we were there 10 days, and a snowstorm, like a massive cold Arctic snowstorm. I don't know anything about snow. All I know is that what the news was talking about, they declared a state of emergency in the state of Wisconsin. The post office was closed. Other government buildings were closed. It moved in on January 28th, and the temperatures dropped below 0 on the 28th, and it stayed below 0 until the 1st. So really only like 3 days. But with the wind chill factors when we were there, they were saying that the wind chills were from -30 to -60. It was cold. It was so cold. I loved being able to see all of those beautiful powder snow sceneries outside of our windows, but going out there, it was so cold. So that photo that I'm actually working on right now is a photo of the fire pit, which we could not get to because of the amount of snow that was on it. And so we just put some bottles of wine out there, and the kids were with us as well. So that is some popsicles for them. Like it's one of those like freeze your own popsicles. And so those are out there because we wanted to see if it really got the items cold, which it did. So that was pretty cool. I mean, we had refrigerators and freezers. We could have totally put them in there, but it was a cool experience for the kids to see. This layout, I really wanted the title to stand out. So I have 4 different thickers or fonts that I am using in this title. The title is "The Weather Outside is Frightful," and I used the word "the" in a gold thicker word phrase. And then the weather and frightful is in like this rose gold color. The word outside is in black and it has a gold center piece to it. Like it looks like somebody took some stickles or a glitter pen and wrote on it. And then the word is in this like teal color that matches the teal from the snowflake paper. So I love the way that turned out, that title turned out, because it really showcases what these true photos are about. This black and white word paper here, I'm going to go ahead and cut a couple of them out and make them like word phrases. So the ones that I do cut out is Wonderland, Hello Cold Days, The Magic Moment. So I felt like all of those fit into these photos. So the photo up there on the right, the top right hand side with the bushes, and you can't really see it, but that was the like subdivision that we were in, and it was Glacier Point. We have a picture because this property belongs to my nephew's grandfather, and so he showed us pictures of what it looks like in the summertime, because that's usually when that cabin is most rented. And the bushes and the ground, there's a huge space between it. So the amount of snow that is on that picture there is just ridiculous. So I'm going through the embellishments for this, and again, I didn't put them in a book, I just put them on the page protectors, and I felt like that was enough because I'm not gonna keep these together on this. Like, I'm not going to put them in an embellishment book. It'll probably just all stay together in the bag. If I have anything left, which I am hoping I do not, I will definitely not have any paper, but I may have some embellishments left because I keep buying stuff for this paper kit collection. I need to stay away from Tuesday morning. I pulled out this little pink bird and put him right on top of one of those black words. And then I'm trying to make this other red tag work, and my problem is that the bird is facing off to the right, and I really wanted it to work. I really liked the way that it looked in that frame, but I didn't like that he was looking off the page. So I'm going to take him off again, and then I'm going to try to take him off, the picture off, and realize that I have a bazillion pop dots underneath it, and it was just too much of a hassle. So I forego it altogether and decide to put this tree in there instead. I also tried to make this gold heart work, and I didn't like the way that it looked. It has the center of it cut out, so I thought, well, maybe I'll back it on black so then it'll really pop. So I did that, and still, I just didn't like the way that it worked. I don't know why it wasn't working for me, but I just didn't like it. So I'm going to move that around for a little bit. I'm even going to glue it down, but in the end, it comes off, and I put something else there. It did cut off the camera, but there is a little gold banner up there with that washi tape, and it has a little heart cut out. So this is where I'm going to add that snowflake, and then go ahead and, when I'm moving that heart around, realize that I just don't like it anywhere, so go ahead and take it off. I'm looking for something else to add, and I picked up these enamel shapes and buttons and things. They're not a part of the collection, but they fit really well. So it's a button, and then it has a dark enamel dot in it with a blue flower. And so I really like the way that looked inside that center of the snowflake. I also went ahead and picked up the stamp set because I realized that a lot of the phrases that I liked, like the word burr, and there was one more phrase that I really liked, I wanted to continue using that, and so I just picked up the stamps to go with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this word burr, and I'm going to stamp it all the way down that pink paper. I thought I'd start out with just 1 or 2, and then it turned into 3, and then it just turned into the whole sheet, which I really like the way that came out. So now I'm going around and adding just a few of these puffy stickers. I have a couple of snowflakes. I put the word burr on the left-hand side of the layout, right above those phrase pieces that I cut out. And then I'm going to use some enamel dots in this peach color. Even though there's not any peach in this layout, it just seems to go with the tones of the paper and it works really well. Thanks guys for joining me on another Snow and Cocoa adventure. I'm getting so excited about not only getting these photos done, but also killing this paper pad. Here is my final layout as well as some close-ups. If you enjoyed this video, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. If you haven't done so already and you want to see more double page layouts, make sure you hit that subscribe button because that's all you're going to get on my channel. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope that you have a scrappy day.